Hey, what's going on, everyone? Jonathan Davis here with Davis Autosports. First and foremost, excuse some background noise. We're in our front technician shop. Can't be outside because we have a lot of construction going on out there, and this is actually the quietest of the entire shop. So with that said, this is a 93 Cherokee that we restored for a client. It's not up for sale. We just want to show you guys a little bit of what we did. It's going to be nearly impossible to go over the entire 18-month build here in a quick walk-around video. However, we have a lot of content online that shows a lot of progress of this truck. It came in absolutely faded. Every panel was missing paint, clear coat. There was metal exposed. There was rust. Has 300,000 miles on it. So we did a full-fledged restoration. We disassembled every single panel on this Jeep. Bumpers, caps, grills, lights, flares, you name it. It was completely disassembled. When we painted it, we painted around the entire doors. There was literally nothing that was not painted. Although we went with the same factory red, we approached it just like we would a factory paint job or actually a color change. So this paint goes all the way around the doors, and you'll see that on a lot of the videos that we posted of this Jeep. If you're familiar with the two-tone that they did, you'll know that it's actually vinyl, and obviously going to have more wear and issues over the years, so we actually painted the two-tone for the client. The two-tone paint goes all the way inside the door jambs, all the way around the Jeep. So all jambs were done. And our approach with our paints, we've talked about this numerous times in the video, in different videos. Hold on, I got a transporter coming. Hey, bud, right there behind you. Yeah, give him the, hey Dan, get the keys from him. Sorry, we have a transporter dropping off a client's Jeep for us to restore. But so we spent a ton of time on the body and the paint on this particular Jeep, and it just came out absolutely beautiful. So as mentioned, everything has been painted. We have not wet sanded it. We're still letting it cure. There's a couple little things that we have to do, but overall, you'll get the idea of the build. Client was obviously going for a really clean, simple appearance. Everything on the exterior of this Jeep, from wheels, tires, lights, everything is all new. The entire driveline was done as well. We have a brand new engine top to bottom. So our engines consist of everything besides the block itself that gets machined, but new cylinder head, crank cam, pistons, ring rod, bearings, oil pump, timing chain, you name it, it's done besides the actual block itself, which gets machined. You can't buy the block anymore. Suspension and steering top to bottom has all been redone. Differentials, everything underneath's been done. The entire AC system's been done. The entire cooling system has also been done. Fuel system has been done. Exhaust system. It's not much that has not been done on this thing. Interior, we also gutted. The interior was really, really rough on this thing. For the last, I think, 3 years, it had been sitting, and there was moisture that got in there. So we had to do a lot of work to the interior. We wanted to keep it as stock looking as possible, but there's so many panels that we either rewrapped or re-dyed, or a combination. Dyno matted the entire floor pan. This dash, we have countless hours in. It was completely cracked up, and you can't tell where any of the cracks were. Before we dyed it, we had to grain the stamping in there. So just a ton of work went into this dash right here. It's something that it's not going to be cheap to do for anyone that wants it. We probably have about 5 days alone in restoring this dash, which looked hateful when we got it in. The wood around the bezzoline, we had to refinish a lot of this with sanding it down, clear coating it, buffing it, all that sort of stuff as well. So there's a lot of things that may not look like we did, but we did a lot of panel work just to make everything look as stock as possible, to make it look like nothing was done. But this is a 300,000 mile interior that has had water in it and has had mold and severe damage. So our goal, the client's goal, was to make everything look as original and as stock and as new as possible. Pillars got redone, just a ton of work. I wish that we started with some photos of this interior, because it was really bad. But sometimes we're just so busy with everything that we just can't do that. So what I was speaking about on the other side when the transporter walked in is, our paint jobs, when we paint the inner doors, the door jambs, we take the same approach as we do a panel that's going to be exposed. So the same amount of prep work goes. If you see how flat the paint has laid down, a lot of body shops, when they're doing certain areas that aren't going to be seen as much, understandably so, they'll sort of do a quickie on those parts, if you will. But we spend just as much time on that, and the beauty is there's no tape lines. This paint continues all the way through, and that's around every single panel. Once again, two-tone all the way around. Looks beautiful. All new grade 10 hardware and everything that we do as well. This back cargo area was destroyed. There was tons of gouges in this. We completely sanded it down, stamped the grains, re-dyed it. A lot of time went into that. New headliner, of course, visors. Seat belts were redone as well. Paint looks wet. It's just these buckles were in really bad condition. They were removed, cleaned up really good, polished. I believe we replaced this center section. So that's it, guys. Of course, there's a ton of other stuff that was done, but just wanted to give you guys a quick recap. If you have any questions about us restoring your XJ that you own, you can reach us at 855 XJ Jeeps. This is a custom birch silver to match the client's motorhome that we just wrapped up, that we're doing a lot of testing. It has the full hookup for the motorhome, for the RV to pull it, as well as the full brake system and lighting system that we did. And we're still doing the final testing and everything on this guy right here, but she's just about wrapped up. So once again, 855-955-3377. Thank you.